Hello, everybody. How are you? I'm Professor Rick Piper. I'll be your instructor, and just wanted to share with you a little bit about who I am, what we're going to be doing, and just a little bit about the online classroom environment. So this is a generic video. I teach many online classes, so this is just pretty generic, really applies to everything that I teach, and just wanted to put a name to a face and tell you that. I appreciate you being in my class, and I hope you'll find it enjoyable. So let's talk a little bit about a few things. Won't take much of your time. Just some things that I think are important to understand. So first of all, I've been with GCU for over 11 years now. I teach primarily in the psychology department, but I also teach for the College of Business. Uh, in the College of Business, I actually teach one class, teach it almost every semester. It's organizational behavior. So it's really how people and teams work within an organization and how they behave. So it really is kind of part of psychology. A little bit of leadership in there, a little bit of management, but I primarily teach psych classes. And um, I also am a classroom reviewer and also am a mentor. And I used to work for GCU full time for 5 years. And then I just switched to kind of adjunct or part time, if you will, and virtually all online. So that's kind of what I do now. You can read the rest of my bio. You probably already have. Just a couple of things that I think are important in every class. Um, be sure to review the Halo Classroom, everything in it. Go through all the topics, go through all the announcements, go through all the class material, right? Click on the links, make sure they work, and just familiarize yourself. Now, many of you have probably taken classes in the past, and if you have, maybe you don't have to spend a lot of time there. But even if you have, and this is a new class, go ahead and go through that and make sure that you know what's going on. On the left is a navigation bar, which has all kinds of things on there. On the right is another navigation bar, and then you have your main page. So make sure you understand that. If ever you come across something that you're not sure of, reach out to me, and I'll be able to help. I'll post a lot of announcements, especially during the first week or so. I'll post at least one weekly announcement introducing the week. Make sure you read my announcements. Um, I try not to make them too long. Probably reading wise, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Uh, but I think they're chock full of good information that will kind of help you through the week, right? And if you ever have a question about those, then reach out to me. So make sure you read all those announcements that I'm going to provide. Sometimes in my announcements, I'll put in attachments. So make sure you open up those attachments. You might even want to download them, save them, and kind of go from there. I also try to do a really good job with my feedback on all of your tasks that you do. So make sure that you read my feedback. If ever you're not sure what it means or you need clarification, right? Or you have a question about it, maybe you say, really, I think I did that, but he said that I didn't. Just reach out to me. Sometimes I make mistakes. I don't see everything sometimes. And so please reach out to me. Um, and I'll make sure that we come to an understanding. Of course, when you reach out to me, reach out in the private forum. That's always the best way to do that, private messages. Don't use the classroom questions about your personal grade. Use the private messages. You can email me. My email is in the classroom, but probably the best and quickest way to do that is through the private messages. Most all of my classes have a CLC. I know you're raising your eyebrows right now. You don't really care for them. Collaborative learning communities. Um, I think they're great. They are a bit hard to manage. Listen, that's the way the world is anymore, right? We talk to people all over the world, like I'm doing with you right now, virtually. Um, and it's been around for quite some time. I can't tell you the number of team meetings and product meetings and those kinds of things that I have had in my business or whatever the case may be with people around the country, indeed, sometimes around the world. So it's here. It's been here for a long time. It's going to continue. So the more we understand how to work with each other in teams and groups for a common goal, it just serves us better. And I know this is just a classroom, but it really does mirror real life, I think. And I try very hard to do that, not only through CLCs, but through my responses and so on and so forth. So please make sure you you do your CLCs. We're all busy, right? We all have things going on. We all try to manage work, life, school, kids, uh, we can go on and on. We'll talk a little bit about participation and discussion questions. So each week you have to respond to DQs and participate, just like if you're going to a classroom, right? So the DQs, there's usually two each topic. And the first one is due on Wednesdays, and the second one is due on Fridays. So do meet those the due dates. If you don't, then I may apply what was called the GCU late policy, and you can find that in the classroom policies, which is in your classroom. Go to the left navigation bar all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see a tab that says classroom policies. So make sure you meet that date, or those dates, I should say. And of course, I would say the same holds true for any due dates that you have when your assignments and so on and so forth. Make sure you do that. Participation is separate from discussion questions. So you have to post discussion questions 2 times, and then you have to participate in the discussion forum each week. You participate primarily with your students, but certainly with me as well, because I'll be engaging with you as well. So make sure you participate. You must participate at least 2 times on 3 separate days, right? So that's 6 times each week. So you have 6 participations and 2 classroom discussions. Now you can participate more, and that's encouraged, right? That's how learning occurs when you participate with each other. But at a minimum, you must do at least 2 participations on 3 separate days. And that's all in the syllabus. You can make sure you review that. So listen, online classes are really busy. I teach an 8-week, I teach 15-week a week. I don't teach on ground very often. In fact, I guess I should say I don't teach really on ground anymore. I have and I may, but I primarily teach online now. And these classes go quick, right? I mean, they're quick. So listen, here's a couple of tidbits that really work. First of all, create a plan. That's just life, right? You have to create a plan. If you don't have a plan, then it gets a little bit more chaotic. So you know you have a class coming up. You know what's going on, and you have to fit that in with the rest of your life. I do too. So you might even want to think of this as a physical class. So maybe Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is your class time. I don't know. It's up to you. I certainly have a plan that I do certain days. Now, I try to get into my classroom every day just because I'm the professor. But create yourself a plan. Listen, share that plan with your family, with your friends, yes, and even with your work. The people and the things that you engage with quite often, make sure that they know you're in class. Here's what's going to be expected of you, and ask for their support, and of course, ask for their encouragement as well. So make sure you do that. Find a place to have class. I have a little office in my house. It's great. It's where I do my classes and quite frankly, a lot of other things. So make sure you do that. Maybe you want to go to the library. Maybe you want to go to the kitchen table. I don't know. Maybe a coffee shop. Wherever is going to work for you to take that hour or 2 or 3 to go through and do your stuff. There's a lot of ancillary things that you need to do, right? You need to read a textbook, course materials, you need to do your assignments. So that's obviously in addition to just kind of being in the classroom. So make sure you do that. So that's kind of the basic areas that I wanted to talk to. Listen, my job is to help you be successful. And my promise to you is I will do everything I can to help you be successful. I don't take this job lightly. I've been where you're at. I've struggled through all my degrees. I've had the same thing many of you have. I'm married, children, extra jobs, uh, et cetera, et cetera. It's tough. It was tough for me too. I am so glad I did it. And as they say in the movies, look at me now. My goodness. So you can do this. You will do this. And just create that plan. Uh, Make sure you read my announcements because I do put some tips in there from time to time as well. And listen, reach out to me. I am always open to discuss things. Listen, I'll have a Zoom class with you if you want to. Not class, but I'll have a Zoom call with you if you want to. I don't do the Zoom classes quite that often anymore. But if you want to do a video conferencing, we can do that. Anything to help you succeed, I will do that. Bottom line is, enjoy the class. I try to make it encouraging and interesting, and I hope you find that as well. I wish you all the best. I wish you God's blessings, and go Lopes. And I will see you in classroom, as they say. Thank you very much. Bye.